Hey guys, welcome back to another NASCAR Heat 5 career mode. We're here for episode 5 in Atlanta, and there's been some news coming into this race weekend that Tommy Baldwin Racing will be joining us full time in the roster next season. You see the 71 there, and now we're going to continue this Atlanta weekend as we're going to be racing in the Xfinity Series for this. But first, we got to do Cup Series qualifying. I will keep talking as you see us in the background qualify. But we will have the 71 be full-time next season. We are right now not sure who is driving it, but it has been suspected that Ryan Truex will be making a full-time debut in that car. And there isn't much other news coming into this weekend other than we are making a first ever doubleheader, and we are suspected to be the favorite to win this race. We were picked as the favorite over Kyle Busch, and now we are here to qualify in Atlanta. You see us in the background. The car really twitchy when I was driving it. It was very sensitive to me turning the wheel, and I see us just flying right down the track underneath the apron, like really, really badly twitchy. We had the car on pretty tight because I knew this track is a little bit sensitive to turning really hard. So this race weekend, I was expecting that we would have a great car and we would be probably up front this entire time. But as we came off of turn 4 through the front straightaway, not a good lap, it felt like, and it was not a good lap at all. Qualifying dead last for this race, my hopes and my confidence went from super high to very low. Well, you see your starting order. You see a lot of cars here, and Joey Logano wins the pole. And here we are in the Xfinity Series. We skipped qualifying and practice to do our Cup Series qualifying. And here we are racing in Atlanta. It's 11-lap race, so we're going to do short races for the Xfinity Series to make each episode not that long. But the great start, we were right to the bumper of the 61, and I felt like we had a good car already off the start. It wasn't as twitchy as the Cup car was. It still was loose, but it was not as bad. We had this car set really loose, so it would be a little bit of a faster car, a little bit more of a challenge here to hold on to the car, but the tires and feel was just enough to make it to the end. We were good on fuel, but tires, it would have to come down to the last couple laps for pit stops, maybe even the last. We make a 3-wide move on Zane Smith, kind of holding us up there. We got 3-wide already. We're just making big moves here at the start. We're very fast. This 23 machine will be making our most of our part-time starts, if not all, in this 23 car. We're going to make we try to make a huge move on the 5, but the 5 just kind of too slow for us to really have enough time to get to the bumper and make that big switchback on him. But as we come back through, here's Brandon Jones. You can see, if you haven't noticed already, this is NASCAR Heat 4. And I was trying to use this as I had just bought the game, and I really wanted to test out the game, so I ended up just deciding to do this. And I just wanted to have fun. I'll be using NASCAR Heat 4 for the Xfinity Series, as it feels like there's a lot more I can do with the Xfinity Series almost in Heat 4. As Heat 5, I've kind of ran out of stories and the part-time rides I can take, as there's less paint schemes in NASCAR Heat 5 than NASCAR Heat 4 for me. I'm not sure why, because I feel like they should be the same, but they are not. So I went to NASCAR Heat 4 because it seems like there's just a lot more paint schemes and a lot of different cars that you don't usually see, and might be a little bit closer to now. But yeah, you'll see me use NASCAR Heat 4 for the Xfinity Series from now on. But yeah, I was really enjoying it. It's basically just a copy of NASCAR Heat 5, but in my opinion has some good paint schemes that I wanted to use, and that could change some stories in the future. But if we get back to racing here, talk about the racing now. We're passing Justin Logano, Christopher Bell. We're all the way up to P12 here, the fastest on track. But I was a little bit unsure if we were going to make it all the way up there. We're making passing Chase Briscoe. I did not think we have the speed to make it up here. We just felt like I was running out of time. He's all the way up there. I don't see myself making it all the way up there. And here, tried setting up a 3-1 move. We get it right through the middle. No question. We just go right through. And there's Jeffrey Earnhardt. And we're right past the 18. We were just flying here. And then Austin Cindric in front of us in that discount tire machine. Really like that paint scheme. Reminds me of Brad Keselowski when he was driving that car a lot in the past. Now we make a pass right here. And Tyler Rackary in front of us. He checks up. And we're going back for a 3-wide move again. Back-to-back turn 1 and 2. Where we go for a 3-wide move. Right through the middle. And we make a double gain here on Austin Cindric and Tyler Reddick. Down the back straightaway. There's Michael and Nett. He's up here running top 5. A really good job by that one team, but we're right through the inside, and there is that beautiful switch paint scheme that Noah Gragson drove, and now the 08 to the 08 having the great run in second, but there it is. Ryan Sieg is right ahead of us. I'm trying to get there, but Ryan Sieg seemed to have a better long-run car. I can feel the car starting to slip off exit, trying not to push too hard to lose this second place, but I was right to the outside trying to get all the clean air I could possibly get. But as the laps coming down, and then I realized the tires are going to not make it. And coming back to the line, Ryan Sieg. He's just ahead of us. I just could not get there. I got into the wall trying to make a pass on him. Then we slide right up the track, right up against the top groove, trying to get something off the exit. Didn't seem to get much. But down the back straightaway with the draft kind of pulling us up. Now right to the bumper, Ryan Sieg, and right to the outside. Can we get him off exit? And there it is. The tire warning light is on. And we're right behind Ryan Sieg. We're pushing. Kyle Siegel, you're trying to pull away from the field. I do not want to have anybody catch up to us and kind of just steal like that. But then I realized I'm going to have to save tires here. We get right up to the outside, just trying to make the pass. Ryan Sieg now, and we're passing him, and we have very bad tires. This tire, it does not look like it is going to make it all the way. I'm taking it easy through turn 3 and 4, getting a loose off exit though, just a bit to the point I'm nervous. One more time around in Atlanta, we are in the winning position. Cars making pit stops. We are so far ahead of our competitors of Noah Gragson that we shouldn't have to worry about it, but you see us just right against the inside, trying to save our tire. As it comes down into turn 3, it looks at the tire down to 4%. We are really light here. We are not even touching the gas. Now we're back on the gas, off the gas, back on the gas, trying to repeat the process, and there we are. We are going to win in Atlanta in the Xfinity Series. Our first win in this second part of the career mode, but it's nice to win the Xfinity Series in this really kind of nice fire alarm paint scheme. We see us getting to burn it out. Unfortunately, we can't get to do this in the Cup Series, but we get to do it here in Atlanta. You get to see us just burn it out. I love burning it out in this game. I don't know why, but here's your top 10 finishing order for the race. Brandon Brown coming out of nowhere, and see a lot of very different names towards the bottom of the list that really shouldn't have finished top 10 probably. But they did because they, stayed out at the end. But we stayed out. We made it all the way. You see us burning out. Just going to end it off burning out against the wall. Hopefully we get to do this a lot this season. I love, honestly, winning. Just kind of cool to get a burnout. But now we're to the Cup Series where we are starting dead last. A lot of racing ahead of us. And now we have to really think about how bad are we? That's my question. So the favorite for the race is starting dead last and went to qualifying. So I'm a little bit nervous about this, but Ross Chastain ahead of us last in points. That's in last race. His season has been abysmal, and so has Bobby Carter. Those two guys have just not been able to get any good finishes. But to be expected by at least Bobby Carter. Not very good equipment. But Ross Chastain, I feel like he could do better. I'm not sure why, but there's been rumors that next season he could be dropping down to the Cup Series. And we're not dropping down to the Cup Series. Could be dropping down to the Xfinity Series. Again, the race for another Xfinity Series team. Not sure right now. But there's been rumors that he will do that, and he will be going back to the Xfinity Series due to, so far, an awful start to the season. But it has just not been good for Ross Chastain. But we are already 3 wide. We are just not fast. I can tell already. We have enough speed to get probably top 20, but we are just absolute awful on handling. Car is sliding every single chance it gets. Can't run a different line without sliding. You see a sliding off exit there. There's just nothing in this car that I'm really enjoying right now. And there's no way we're going to get stage points. I just don't see it happening. But we're already trying to get around Josh Bilicki, who's giving us a little bit of a challenge as we get way too high up the track because we're trying to get around the 7 already hard into the wall. This race has just not gone well already. This is awful. This is just I was going to say amazing car before this qualifying effort, but this car is absolute awful. It's very twitchy, very loose, and we put this a little bit tighter so I could have a little bit more control of the car. It felt like, but no, it just feels like it's worse. See, it just feels tight off exit, loose through the entire corner. If you get too much speed through the 0-0 gets contact with us, almost spins me out, as I was unfortunately really bad at controlling this car at the time. Still sliding the tires, I felt like every chance I got, and I was really struggling. I really didn't want to push too hard, knowing that, my car can't even turn without sliding. It was really bad, and I really like Atlanta. This is one of my favorite tracks on the game that brings these challenges of being loose and having a lot of tire wear. But you see it sliding down to the inside. That's what I like about it, is loose. But right now, I don't like how it's twitchy, how it is just honestly just sliding around the whole entire track the whole time, even on fresh tires, is what I really don't like about this. I'm not sure what the car is doing this. I've never had a car slide so much. I mean, when it's on old tires and I'm sliding like this, I'm okay with it. Because it's the tires being bad. But this is the handling of the car I can't control right now. And we're already trying to make moves on Austin Dillon and these guys here, but it's been kind of just not being able to happen. I can't get around this inside. I can't get around the middle line nor the top. And now we're really struggling. Now we're right behind Michael McDowell. I cannot get around these guys. I'm absolutely struggling, and I'm pushing so hard through these corners. We get into the rear of Michael McDowell, and there we are. Right up the track. Exactly what I saw coming. There's just zero grip in these tires. And just like Phoenix, another bad handling car. Last races from Phoenix wasn't that bad, but it was the track that I'm very bad at, and that made the car feel a little bit worse. But here in Atlanta, a track that I'm okay at, and I'm struggling very bad. But this track, I was expecting to be very fast. I was expecting to possibly get our first career win. We get into the wall again, with Josh Bilicki committed to a rear bumper, and we are sliding again down the back straight, and we are crashing. Or maybe not, and we hit the wall. Big incident. Not quite gonna end our day, but there it is. The AI hitting us again. I don't know if that's gonna cause a glitch where we're slow under caution, or not under caution on the restart. But simple pit stop, or not simple. We stay out here. And we're not stay out. We did pit. But we did pit for 4 tires. So I thought it was a good idea to just kind of get the damage repaired and all. But it was really not that bad. We got 1 lap left in the stage. Just a 1 lap shootout here. We go 3 wide off exit with Christopher Bell. And everybody, now we're making a move on Austin Dillon. Now we can make it right to the top. Everybody opens a lane for us. We're going right against the top lane. What an amazing lap as we try to get Bubba Wallace coming back to the line. We make contact with him. He slides. We try to keep him there, and we get 26th. We had 4 spots in 1 lap. Felt really good to be able to make some spots like that. But now I'm more thinking about how are we going to finish good and be able to keep this points lead. I know we are only just getting done, probably stage 1 here, but it is just not something that seems to be happening here today. Points is just not really in the radius. I have not had a good car at all, and I feel like we are very struggling for this race. 40th place here on the restart. We took 4 tires. No, everybody else has just done like literally a 1 lap older tire. But I want to take 4 tires just because I don't want to be in a situation where my car handles worse than it already does, and I have to really maneuver the car. But I wanted to take every ounce of opportunity here. I try to make it back through this field. We made some adjustments. I don't feel like I made much on this restart. It really felt the same as it did before, but I do feel like I had a little bit more control over the car, which was good. I liked that. But it was not a good car. The car was still felt tight and really loose when you got on the gas. But we made another 3-wide move like we've been all day. It's been an amazing job doing this. Trying to make this as entertaining as possible. And I was really entertained as I was doing this. And I was honestly really fun with the car. I was just trying to figure it out. Well, I couldn't really full throttle the car through the corner as much as I wanted to. But we were trying our hardest to do something here into turn 1, third turn 2. Again, I'm starting to feel this car kind of come to life. And I know I've only made about 10 spots here in the last 3 laps, but we really sliding here. The bumps were really kind of messing me up, but I was really just trying to focus on looking forward. Passing Ryan Priest, passing Bubba Wallace, seeing if we can do all of these things. And we were honestly just flying around these guys. I'm not sure if the car had just randomly come to life and it was just flying, kind of like Daytona. We ran last all day basically, but we made it to 17th in the end. But this is what the car kind of was like. We started bad, raced bad, but we were able to keep it in a consistent position. But now we're coming back down through the front straightaway. Big group of cars here that we're making our way through, and we're carving our car right through all of these cars. There's that beautiful Stanley number 20. I don't know why. I have fallen in love with that paint scheme. But now as the laps go on, we almost wreck off the 41, the Cole Custer. But he's sideways, and we are able to keep it here, but the caution flies. Not sure what the caution is for, but we're going to make a pit stop, but take 2 tires. We're going to take 4 tires, but no fuel. We were able to make it to the end of the stage on fuel. And here we are, losing 2 spots on pit road. Or 2 drivers stayed out. I believe 2 drivers actually stayed out. But now we are ahead of now we are in 22nd. We have just made a lot of spots. We were never this good in the beginning of the race. But now we are here in the end of stage 2. And the cars come to life. It is really good. But it's not a winning car. I can say that is way too bad on handling for a winning car. But it is one I would honestly want to drive again. It's a really fun race so far, but we're bound to get 4 wide almost first ago. We're right around the top. Tyler Reddick back through, sideways, coming back. Whoa, almost got a big wreck there. Now as we come back through, we have a chance to win the stage. Big launch into the corner. Now Bobby Carter's in our way. He slides. He's gone. He's almost out of the race, but he almost crashed. But we're able to keep him in the right direction. But now, 16th, trying to make all these spots. We have a chance. There is top 10 stage points, only so close. But now, Austin Dillon, the next car that must have stayed out, because now he slows us down into P14. This race has gone from absolute awful to the car is flying here in this long run. We get into the rear, Eric Almirola. How many cars are going to slow us down here? This is getting crazy. How many cars have slowed us down? Ryan Blaney starts second for this race. Right behind him. Can we get him at the line? Can we get that top 10? Ryan Blaney keeps us behind, and we don't get any stage points in this race. Man, is that annoying. Our first race of the season, other than Daytona, that we've not gotten stage points, and we're going to probably pit here. 4 tires fuel, all we can ever want. And everybody does the same thing as us. Really like that. Really happy to see us. We're in 11th. We have a good top 10 car. Maybe top 5 if we can at most. But winning is just not happening today. As just want to get a top 10. This has just been an abysmal race. They even get a top 15 wouldn't make me that mad. But right now it's clear I'm not going to keep this points lead after this race. Even if I win, I don't think I'll keep it, but we're already 3 wide. That's Tony Eats been really fast this season. He has a better chance at winning this race than I do, probably at this point. William Byron going to keep us behind. We try to make a move on him right back to the inside. Now right back through. And now we're right behind Kyle Busch, who was the second favorite to win this race, but we stole it from him. We were the favorite to win this race, but now we're making them pass on Kyle Busch. Tight up the track, right up into the wall. I noticed this on Newton tires, that I had put this car to tight so I can control this car, and I've kept it at tight. But now on the early run, you just feel the tightness of the car, but on the long run, it's just good enough. And I know that's what you're supposed to do, kind of have a bad handling car in the beginning. You just have to make it through to the long run, which would matter the most. You get a chance at winning the race. And not only that, I just realized Denny Hamlin in that patriotic FedEx car. I love it. I'm not sure why he's racing it for Atlanta. Maybe it's because it's the Full Honor race. But I don't know what that team's doing. I thought it'd be in the Coke 600. But other than that, we're here right now trying our hardest to get up there. But these guys are just pulling away from us. I have no speed for these guys. A caution is what I really need, but I cannot get up there. Kyle Busch, he's faster than me. He should have been the favorite for this race, not me. I know me finishing top 5 a lot is a big reason why, but we do not have the speed today. This is just not the car, not the racetrack that I really need to have a bad car at. We can't even get up to the... Look at them. They just have such a huge runoff exit. Me lifting slows us down in the caution. I needed this caution. Now, this moment, I was thinking, take 2 tires. Tires aren't that bad, not that old. But as soon as I think about it, I kind of start to think, should I regret that decision? Maybe I shouldn't have taken 4 tires and I'd fly through the field. But everybody taking 2 tires. I was honestly thinking that this was the best way to go. But with how the car's been handling, having one side of tires better than the other was just not a good combo. You see us on the restart, an amazing restart, 3 wide, we're up to second. This is just amazing restart, which we have been amazing at this season. Restarts. It's the combo for us. As we're trying to take this lead, we're in the lead after this race. Leading a lap is really good. We get back through turn 1 and 2. The 2-tire strategy, not working. This is why having old tires, new tires, like that on my race car, but this setup makes the car unbelievably tight. It doesn't have grip, nor does it have turning abilities, because we really just tight up the track. Everywhere we went, turn 1, 2, 3, 4, tight. We see us get into the corner trying to lift. We lift, and there it is. The car just right up the track. You got nothing with these 2 tires. If I took 4, I might have been able to get all the way back to 5th, like where I was only a couple laps ago. So I was honestly really starting to regret my decisions on taking 2 tires like everybody else. I'd rather would have started 15th or 20th on the restart to get back to the top 10 or just get a good finish. I'd rather have taken 4 tires, as the handling of the car was the reason why I'm not battling up with Kyle Busch. And as soon as I try to lift, there's Myron Truex Jr. right to my bumper. He's back to the inside. It's just Joe Gibbs Racing, fast cars, bad handling car for me. I'm right on the outside trying to get something. Brad Keselowski, you block him, but both Kyle Busch and Mark Truex Jr. wins on the season. Matt Kenseth wins the season. We wreck Matt Kenseth. We're up into the air. Big crash. We get tight off exit. Big crash against Matt Matt Kenseth, the only Chevrolet that looked like had a winning chance. And immediately, disappointment from Hendrick Motorsports. Supposedly Rick Hendrick looking a little bit disgusted when he saw that. Now, that could mean something. We just taken out possibly the only chance for Chevrolet to get a win today in Atlanta, and there it is. Everybody bad restart. We had a bad restart. William Byron, the only car up there that looks like he could get that win, but is it gonna come easy? No, it's not. It's not gonna come easy at all. We are trying to get up there, possibly help William Byron, but I just cannot get up there. We just made contact with we made contact with a Chevrolet driver. That could mean a lot. It could mean a lot. I do not want to really mess up our contract here with Hendrick Motorsports because I accidentally got tied up the track wrecking the fastest Chevrolet. We get right back down to the inside. William Byron checked up a lot, but we get right up the track like I was saying. There is just nothing in this car that handles good. William Byron being a good teammate, pushing us down the back straightaway. Doing a great job of being our teammates. But as it comes down on the last lap, Brad Keselowski, the Michigan native, wins at Atlanta. He's going to the playoffs. We get P4 after what was the worst race of our careers so far. That was awful. Daytona was bad, but this one was awful. Kyle Busch, both Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch losing the win like that. Pretty harsh. Matt Kenseth swept the stages, finishing 10th. I'm sure that Chevrolet right now is probably not really happy with us, as Matt Kenseth was the fastest, I would say. We dropped down to third in points, not really the biggest problem right now for me, as I'm sure you can make those points back up. Only 18 points separate us. But I'm sure we can get those points back coming to the next couple races. We have Homestead, Miami next, which it's another track I'm really bad at, it feels like. But yeah, there's Ross Chastain last in points. He's been awful. But yeah, Martin Truex Jr., fastest lap. Not really surprising. Most laps led. Kyle Busch led 17 laps. We made the most spots. Not really surprised at all, but because we started dead last. Matt DiBenedetto loses the most. Wow, really unfortunate incident that day. But it was a great episode. I feel like we had interesting episode. I like the Xfinity Series racing. I hope you guys enjoyed that part. I'll be doing that more. I hope you guys have a great day. Hope to see you guys in episode 6. And have a great rest of your week.